Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I would love to discuss the new perfume by Kayali, and it's called Fleur Majesty Rose Royale. Everybody's been hyping up this scent, and I think for a good reason, but I want to mention that, like, what is with this name? Why does it have 4 words? Like, all Kayali names are a bit tacky for me honestly, but I don't care because all their fragrances are really good and they always consistently, create new fragrances that just smell pleasant and that people love. And it really makes me respect this brand, and they just know their audience and they know what they need and they do it perfectly. So, and now let's start talking about the fragrance. And so if I could describe this fragrance from scratch, then it would be something like a fruity floral with a rose forward. So in the opening you get like a touch of pear, and then you get a lot of mandarin and lots of orange, so it's kind of like citrusy, bright, juicy, slightly zesty. And as the initial kind of opening goes away, you're left with lots of rose. Rose is really prominent, and then you get some of violet florals as well. And to me, it makes the rose smell powdery, dusty, a little bit vintagey, but it's not like old-fashioned type of rose. It's not like that. It's just more so powdery. It's not like a jammy rose, it's not like a spiky rose. It's a very dusty type of rose, and I like it. I like this type of rose. So if you're not a fan of violet florals, if you're not a fan of powderiness, then definitely give this one a chance first, because to my nose it is quite prominent. And in the dry down, you get that regular DNA of Kayali. There's some praline, some vanilla, some musk. It's very similar to the rest of Kayali's dry downs. And also I would say that still, even in the deep dry down, I'm getting lots of powdery rose with some hint of fruitiness. So in short, I think this is a very pleasant fruity floral fragrance, with the rose being the star of the show and the violet also being star of the show, because it makes the whole fragrance pretty powdery and slightly dusty. And so if this sounds like something you will like, then I feel like it's safe to give it a chance. I think there's gonna be really small amount of people who will not like this scent, because it's honestly hard not to like. I feel like fruity florals overall are very pleasant fragrances. It's a very kind of pleasant type of scent profile. You're only gonna hate it if you hate rose and if you hate like violet florals. But in any other scenario, you're probably at least gonna like it, if not love it. And so when it comes to like occasion or season, I think this fragrance is perfect for any occasion, because it gives off very feminine, romantic, easygoing, carefree type of vibe, but it's still elevated, like, because it doesn't smell cheap, it doesn't smell juvenile, it just smells very feminine and romantic. And so I feel like you can wear it in any occasion. You can go to brunch with friends, you can go to work, you can go on a date, and it's never gonna kind of feel wrong to wear this fragrance, because it is pretty easygoing in its scent profile. And the best season for this fragrance, I think, is summer and spring, because it's a really beautiful fruity florals, and usually we want to wear fruity florals in the summer and in the spring. But also I think it's a perfect year-round fragrance, because even in the fall and even in the winter it's gonna be beautiful, because rose is beautiful in any season, and this rose is not too heavy, it's not too light, it's not like incredibly watery or aquatic type of rose where you would like strictly wear it in the summer. It's not like that. It's a really good year-round type of fragrance, with maybe slightly leaning towards like a spring and summer fragrance. And now I really want to discuss similarities. Now that I gave you description from scratch, I told you what I think about it. Now I really want to compare it to the other fragrance that I love as well. And you probably already know what fragrance it would be, and it's the Lina Exclusive. And so if you have been watching my channel, then then the Lina Exclusive is one of my favorite fragrances. It would make it to my top 10 for life. It would be one of my signature scents if I would have a signature scent. And it's just that's all you need to know about what I think about the Lina Exclusive. I really love it. And to me, Kayali's Majesty Rose Royale and the Lina Exclusive, they are really close sisters. And with the Lina Exclusive being like a older, more mature sister, and you know, Kayali being like a younger, more carefree type of sister. They smell really similar to me. With, you know, Kayali having like more fruits. I think actually that Dylan Exclusive doesn't have lots of fruits. It has lychee, but the rest, you know, it's not a lot of fruits. But Kayali has lots of fruits, so it's more fruity than Dylan Exclusive, and it's more kind of juicy and bright. And Dylan Exclusive is more sweet. There's even more rose, and rose is a little bit more grown up, and there's also more vanilla to my nose, and there's a slight like woodiness and woodiness in there that Kayali Majesty Rose Royale doesn't have. And so with that being said, I think, you know, that if you want something lighter, if you want something easier to wear, something cheaper, then it's a good, you know, substitute for the Lina Exclusive. And they are really similar. So do you need both? Only if you really love this type of scent profile, and if you want like a lighter, more easygoing version of the Lina Exclusive. But they are so similar that if you completely, you know, want to avoid like redundancies and similarities in your fragrance collection, then you probably do not need both. But I am not too worried because, you know, I have this only little decant of the Lina Exclusive and this small travel size of Kayali's fragrance, so it's not a lot. Like, but I would not have 2 full bottles of both because it just, you know, it's not really practical, at least for my collection. And I'm actually very happy that I was able to record this review for you guys because I was very sick for like 3 days. And yesterday I started smelling this fragrance again because, you know, I started to feel better, and I wanted to record this long video for you today to give you my opinion on Kayali's new fragrance. And I have smelled it before I got sick, like 1 day before I got sick. And then I got sick, you know, I didn't record the video. And yesterday I was like trying to smell it again to remind me what it smells like. And I couldn't smell it. I couldn't smell it at all. And then I went around the house to smell things, you know, to see if I smell things, and I could not smell anything. And then I went to my husband and I asked him, do you smell this? Like, do you smell the perfume? And he said yes. And then I realized that I must have lost my sense of smell, and I was really upset and I was worried, you know, because I knew it's probably gonna come back, but I didn't know when, and I really didn't want to wait like a couple of weeks for my sense of smell to come back. And you know, I didn't know, basically I didn't know what's gonna happen. But finally today in the morning I started smelling again, and as far as I know, I smell things the same, like nothing have changed, you know. I think exactly same thoughts about the fragrances that I've smelled before. So, you know, nothing changed. At least that's good news for me. And please share in the comments, have you had this experience? Have you had it recently or like at all? Like, was it COVID? Was it not? I'm not really sure. And I hope, you know, it's not gonna happen again. But I'm really thankful that you have watched this video, and I really hope that it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!